Yeah, so it was a great experience. The guys doing around a little bit. So go out there with my buddies on the offensive line, this whole team. It's absolutely amazing to be able to take part in that type of experience.
7 games in a row, 200 plus rushing yards. You already knew that. I'm sure that. How big of a deal is that for an offensive line?
Oh, it's a huge deal, right? Having that kind of confidence in our room, leading the offensive line, Coach Atkins, Coach Ratita, Coach Coop. They've done an amazing job with this offensive line. The development's been very clear to see over the past 2 years since I got here from Notre Dame. But it's been an incredible process, right? And we've stuck to that process. Not necessarily being outcome-based, but sticking to the standard and sticking to working as hard as we possibly could in the moment. It's been great to see that happen over the past 7 games. We put a lot of work out there in the field. Even if it's not the past 7 games, that kind of stat doesn't show the amount of work we put into this.
Back to the Clemson game, you guys seem to start to work with 2 tight end stuff, and just some little things changed.
Yeah.
Was there some significance to that game? Did you learn anything from that?
I wouldn't say much changed. Looking back on the season, I honestly don't feel like we lost a game. I don't know. I've played a lot of football. I've been playing football for six seasons now. This team's done an incredible job, and not only in those games where we may have lost, but throughout the whole process, throughout the whole season. It's been amazing to be part of an offensive line that only had to play 6, maybe 7 guys throughout a season. Having that kind of continuity, having 5 guys see through one set of eyes, and having that consistency on a day-in, day-out basis was a great experience for me. I know the coaches definitely taking advantage of that kind of continuity within the group.
You mentioned it was process-based, and the process produced 9 wins. Just talk about what it's been like for you personally to be a part of bringing this program back to where it wants to be, and what you've seen of the growth of this program since you got here.
I know it's been tough, and even in my experience up north, when you have a season, a non, quote-unquote winning season, it's tough to see that progress. It's tough to see those action steps, the more touchdowns, 200-yard plus games. But this isn't an outcome-based process. That's what Coach Norvell preaches every day. That's what Coach Atkins preaches every day. It doesn't matter if we rush for 10 yards or 200 yards. We're going to come to practice and work the same way every week. There's never too high or too low. We're always trying to stay even-keeled in the middle. But I'm really, really proud of how this team worked over a season. But to see that consistency, to see that outcome start to happen as we work towards that final goal of winning those games, those big games we have this season, it's been amazing to see that process and incredible, especially for the guys in this team and the fans of Florida State football to see that process start to unfold a little bit.
You've had the advantage point to work with different offensive line coaches. What makes Coach Atkins like a gel with?
I've said this before, but I can't say it enough. When I was in the transfer portal, I ended up, I was recruited by a whole bunch of schools. People were calling my mom at work. People were calling my sister. It was kind of a ruthless world. That's what it still is, at least to my knowledge today. Every coach was promising me something. He was telling me that he needed something at guard or at tackle or at center, whatever it may have been. When I picked up the phone with Coach Atkins, he didn't promise me anything. He told me I had an opportunity. That opportunity to come in, to be here at Florida State, to hopefully gain the trust of the room and make a radical impact on the field. And some of those other things may come along with it, with the scope and size of Florida State. But that was one of the most refreshing things that's ever happened to me, and nothing has changed since then. Nothing's been promised to me. I haven't been treated differently than any of the other guys. I've had to come in and work and put my best foot forward every single day to get the position I am today. And this offensive line group is extremely attractive to me, especially coming in from the transfer portal, to be able to make an impact. I had a lot of guys, above me when I was back up north that taught me the right way to conduct myself, the right way to handle business, and the right way to play football. And to be able to pass that on to a group of guys, to be able to show them those structures and those systems that I was able to put in place here at Florida State that I took from up north, it's absolutely incredible to see that come to fruition and have some great success this season.
If you were handicapping, or if you were an assistant coach and you thought, okay, in 2023, this guy might be ready to take a leap on the offensive line, a young guy that we haven't seen play a lot. Do you have 1 or 2 in mind that you think could really?
Well, I think we have a lot of young guys that are taking that leap right now. Right now, we're in kind of transition period. As you can see, we're wearing these kind of skelly-type pads. The younger guys are getting a lot more reps during practice and drills, and even right now, they're doing some live periods. So this is a great opportunity for them to showcase what they put in over the season. It doesn't matter if those guys were, part of the 2 deep, or even some of our players that have been helping out the defense on the scout team. Back in the day, I was actually on the scout team at Notre Dame, and I ended up winning Scout Team MVP, which was, not the most honorable award, of course, but something I'm very proud of. So to have those guys working as hard as they have been, Having this period of bowl prep allows them to showcase what they put in over the season. Not only the cut and dry football activities, what we do on a daily basis, going through the schedule, but what they've done extra. They're able to showcase them learning the offense while supporting our defense. Just a great opportunity for them, and I look forward to seeing who comes to light, who shines, how much work they put in, because that's all going to show up on tape as we watch it this week.
How beneficial is it to you? Went through this process of not playing a ton early in your career to learn from older guys like yourself and Darius and Maurice, guys that have been around a long time. How beneficial is it for those young guys?
It helped me at least the slow process. I started off my career being on scout team, being a sixth man for a few years at Notre Dame. It helped me understand the game more on a conceptual level, which is what you hope you get from a guy coming out of high school. Offensive line isn't a position that many guys can come in and play their freshman year. It isn't a position that just comes naturally. It requires understanding. It requires these fast twitch muscles, these instant reactions that are built over time and through reps. I've been lucky not to be a rep guy, not someone that's just been beat the crap over the past 6 years. But having that get in between, having solid quality reps like a lot of our younger guys had this season, and learning from older guys like me, Rob Scott, Maurice Smith, Darius Washington, Jazz, and Meach, it's an absolutely awesome experience for them. And all those guys have really bought into helping those younger groups, and that's been the most incredible thing. There's a lot of the times you'd see transfers coming into a program, stick to themselves, worry about themselves, and go out there and try to get theirs. But we have a culture here at Florida State that's about development. It's not only about coming in and performing and playing football and helping Florida State win football games, but it's about bringing a group together and hopefully making an impact while you're here. We're in the card and gold.
Was there a conversation amongst the leadership and the veterans about pushing through past Game 12 and being present for practice?
It means a lot. If you walk through our locker room, you'll see our 10-win seasons. That's a big deal. That's a milestone for Florida State, and that's something we're pushing for every single day. So right now, even though we're not getting a lot of the taxing, monotonous type reps in practice, we're getting a lot of solid, good quality fundamental drills and fundamental focus. We've played 12 games. Our offensive line's done a great job, and a lot of groups have too. But we need to take a step back, get back to the basics, and go out there and perform our best as we move into the bowl game.
If you were to speak to an offensive lineman or anyone who's entering the transfer portal and asked you your experience here, what advice would you give them, and why did it work out so well for you at Florida State?
The proof's in the pudding. Look what's happened, at least for me and for a lot of these other guys on the offensive line. Coming here, earned the trust of the coaches, the trust of the players, and made a great impact on the football field. It's been incredible to see this fan base accept a guy. I'm from the state of Florida. I was born and raised here. But to see them have a guy that came back to the state of Florida, how much they've brought me into this culture, it's been absolutely amazing. So if you go back and just look at the position I was in, the position I am today, it speaks for itself. And really, no words could justify what kind of impact Florida State's made on me. And if you don't see that impact, then you don't fit in here at Florida State. So.